What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a video about how Darth Sidious comes back in The Rise of Skywalker. I'm sure you guys all saw it. I know I saw it. I know I freaked out when I saw it, when I heard it actually. Emperor Palpatine's laugh at the end of the trailer. Now what's even crazier about this is just with that there's so much speculation. Like, oh, maybe he comes back as a force, or not a force ghost, but a Sith. I forget what they call it, but you know how the Sith come back. It's not a Force ghost. It's just a Sith, like, ghost, but you know, worse. Um, but it's not just that. Recently, actually, not so long after they released that trailer, the director confirmed that Palpatine is not just back spiritually; he is back in the flesh. So either one of two things happened. Either Palpatine did die on the second Death Star when Darth Vader threw him down that shaft, or he died when he got thrown down the shaft and he came back, or he survived that and he's been alive this entire time for over 30 years. What we believe this guy was dead is just wrong. He's back to life. Now, I'm okay with either one of those. Personally, I'm a big fan of him surviving that fall just because that's a very big, very common thing. I mean, Luke fell down a shaft. He survived. I mean, he didn't fall flat, you know, but I mean, you have Darth Maul who got cut in half and fell probably the same distance. Darth Maul was not as powerful as Palpatine was, especially at the age he was in Return of the Jedi, where he just knew he had so much knowledge of the dark side of the Force. And we've seen people come back. We've seen, well, the biggest one is Darth Momin, I think his name is. He's in the Vader comics. Basically, he comes back from his helmet. Darth Vader helps him on Mustafar to try to bring Padme back to life. He fails, and Darth Vader has to kill him, but that just proves that in the Star Wars universe, people can come back in the flesh. That guy came back in the flesh. So, what I'm thinking, one possibility is that the artifact or the thing that Emperor Palpatine's kind of soul and likeness is connected to is the second Death Star. That's where he died. That's where he spent a lot of his time. So, maybe he's trapped there, and then until he can possess a body, or he can somehow figure out how to come back, and then he did it. Another would be that, like I said, he just survived. So we see him get thrown down this shaft, and then we see a bunch of blue energy just whoosh come right through, right? What if that's not just like, you know, energy? What if that's Palpatine? What if that's Palpatine using all that energy is the force that Palpatine was using to survive? Maybe he used that so he wouldn't hit the ground so hard. Now, what is very interesting about this also is that Mace Windu could have done something similar. Back in 2005, George Lucas confirmed Mace Windu's survival. And then again in 2017, I think, at Comic-Con, he confirmed that Mace Windu survived. So it's not impossible that Palpatine could have survived. I think he did. I think he's been alive. He's been hiding in the shadows. He's been using his Force abilities to kind of hide away and use the First Order. Let the First Order come up and try to destroy the rebellion in the New Republic, so he can take over again. Another possibility, which is very famous, it comes from Legends, is that Palpatine actually made clones of himself. So the thing about that, if you've ever played the Force Unleashed games, which are not canon, but they were for a time there before Disney bought over the franchise, we know that you can clone Force sensitive beings, and those clones will be just as powerful, if not more powerful, in the Force than from the original person. Now, as we know, that's not the exact same person, but those memories come back and they feel like they're that same person. It's just like the clones. Like the clone soldiers for the Republic. So if that is the case, honestly, I'll be a little disappointed because it's not actually Palpatine, it's a clone. Yeah, he'll feel the same and he'll be the exact same in every way, but that just means Emperor Palpatine really did die and he's dead. I would really like to see maybe these are lifeless clone bodies, and then maybe his spirit when he died rushed out and went into one, but it wasn't fully developed. So he was weak, so he had to go into hiding. Maybe something like that. That's what I'd love to see. That's what I think is the most likely explanation for all this, which would be really cool to see. Also, if Palpatine's coming back, I don't want him to just say a couple words. I don't even want him to just use the Force. I want to see him rock some lightsabers. Because as we've seen in Revenge of the Sith, and more specifically in the Clone Wars animation series, he is badass with lightsabers. Even with just one, his skills are unmatched by anyone. He's an excellent swordsman, but he's also so powerful in the Force. He's so good with both that he's never really trying hard to defeat any of his enemies. He plays with them. Like we still, in all the movies, all the series, we've yet to see Emperor Palpatine use the maximum potential of his just Force abilities or even lightsaber abilities. Killing the Jedi Council, well, I guess except for Mace Windu. Mace Windu did defeat Darth Sidious in canon. He really did outmaneuver him and out swordsman him. So I guess his swordsmanship is matched by one, but his Force, he's way stronger in the Force than Mace Windu. Also, I think if Palpatine was solely trying to kill Mace Windu, he would have done it. He wouldn't have played him on, egged him on, tried to wait for Anakin to come see, you know? I feel like the fight would have been over. But Palpatine had to kind of keep it going so Anakin could walk in and all that stuff. But I would love to see Palpatine just go all out in this new one. Maybe he kills someone. Maybe he's probably gonna get killed, most likely. I don't see them keeping him alive for the last movie of the Skywalker saga. But either way they do it, it's just so cool to see him back, hear him. I mean, the guy who plays him is just an amazing actor, and it really hit me in my feels when I heard that. It brought me back to the prequel era, which is what I grew up on. Probably what most of you guys grew up on. The original trilogy was great and all, but the prequels, man, they're right there. But anyways, that's the end of this video. It was more just speculation and thought than anything confirmed. Hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.